Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Amber Living Vlog. This is Beyond Film School, and I'm Amber, and today we're talking about the editor's demo reel. So before we jump into the video about the demo reel for editors, please hit up that PayPal link. It really helps me out. If you like Beyond Film School, if you like what I do, if you like this video, donate to that link, and it will contribute to me making more videos for you. And if you are new to my channel, please remember to subscribe to stay up to date with all the videos I upload on the film industry. Alright, let's get into the demo reel. Now, there is some confusion when it comes to the demo reel and demo reels in general, but specifically for the demo reel for the editors out there. So I decided to talk to a bunch of editors and I got their input on what is the best way to go about an editor's demo reel. And we are settling this here and now. Keep in mind that all these interviews were done over Zoom, so you know the deal, you know. Also, there is an editor that is a working mom, so you may hear a few baby noises here and there when we get to her part of the interview. So what did these folks have to say about the demo reel? Let's take a look.
So what are your thoughts on the demo reel for an editor?
Ugh.
I love it.
I have ditched the demo reel.
I feel like I knew you were going to say that.
A demo reel for an editor, like, it's tough because, like, I'm in the process of, like, putting different reels together. Like, I have, like, I guess what I would call my DP colorist reel.
Mm-hmm.
But why can't I use that as my editing reel? You know what I mean? Like, I edited it, I put it together. Kind of depends on what kind of job they're going for. Like,
yeah,
I feel like an editor's reel would be different for an editor that's trying to get editing work in, like, narrative film versus an editor that's trying to edit music videos. So I feel like those two reels would look completely different. Like, would you showcase, 30 seconds of a scene from different projects? Which, won't make sense without having any context or backstory.
yeah.
So it's kind of tough. It's like, what are you trying to showcase? Are you trying to showcase cuts or storytelling or what? I mean, it's kind of hard to showcase storytelling in a 20, 30-second clip.
My thing for why an editing reel to me doesn't seem like it works is because, editing is also art. So although, like, a cinematographer can post, like, it couldn't edit together a montage of his shots, like, how can you take just a sliver of your shot, like, of your project,
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I just have axed the whole demo reel, because I want them to watch the entire thing. I want them to see, like, there's certain things that I like my style, or maybe like there's a different flair, like beginning to end. Like, you just have to watch. You have to be able to watch an entire video.
When I apply to jobs, if I'm applying as an editor for a film, like, I'll generally send them my DP coloring reel, and then send them some completed projects of, like, maybe some short films that I've done. So if you want to get a taste of what my work looks like editing a full project, well, here's an 8-minute film that I did. Here's a 5-minute film that I did. Watch it. If you're really looking for an editor, you're not going to be able to judge that on a series of 20-second clips. I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I feel like you almost have to tailor your reel depending on the project that you're looking to get hired for. So there's no definite answer as to what your editing reel should look like, because it's going to look different for every different type of editing job there is.
Demo reels are really hard. When I first started, it was like, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to put everything in? It's really confusing part of your portfolio.
Yeah.
But most of the time, they just want to see the film. I mean, if you have a lot of short films, they're just better off showing the best 2 films, especially in your cover letters and stuff like that.
When I am trying to show off my editing skills, it's spots. They're 30 seconds. So I just send them my website, which has all my spots. So they just watch 30 seconds or 15 seconds. I'm like, great. And let's say I'm working with the guys who do car stuff. I might be like, hey, check out these specific spots. So I send links to exact car spots that I think will feel either right because we're doing another car spot, or it's in the same aesthetic realm. The place where I use a reel more is for VFX work or color grading work, where they're like, hey, we're trying to wrap our head around what can you do? And I have like, a fun montage with like, cool music that has a bunch of like, basically, VFX off, VFX on,
Yeah. So how long would that video be?
The shorter the better. I have friends who are like, yeah, I made this amazing montage of all my work, and it's like 4 minutes. Like, Jesus Christ. No, because I used to be a recruiter.
Yeah.
And when I'm a recruiter, last thing I want to do is watch a 4-minute thing. If you're working on a more narrative project, I recommend sending scenes, like a full scene, like a 2-minute scene, because then I can understand how you're using the camera, the cuts to tell the story. I'd never do sizzles for narrative. Like, it's useless to me to understand your narrative. I need to see your actual scene editing.
Yeah. Okay.
Whereas if you're a commercial, there's no editing specifically. Just send me your commercials. I want to see the whole.
Because they're short enough where like you wouldn't have to waste your time with cutting something extra together.
A great demo reel is in itself a sales agent, so it's the purpose of a demo reel or a sizzle reel or anything like that really is to catch somebody's eye and tell them, and sell a product. And in that case, your product is you. So if you're going to be editing things where you need to sell things, then by all means prove that you can sell yourself. And then then you should be able to get that job. But for long form narrative stuff, or even documentary, I don't see the real value, and this is my personal opinion, but if I was in the hiring position, I would care more about a longer piece. So if you send me a demo reel, I expect it to be like 10 or 15 minutes long and it would consist of whole scenes. So, I mean, I do have a demo reel, which I have not updated, I think, in maybe a decade. but again, it's like 10 minutes long, and it's scenes, it's whole scenes. Every scene is at least 2 or 3 minutes long, if not longer, depending on what the content is, because so much of editing is rhythm and pace. You really have to be able to put yourself into the eyes of the viewer. And is it clear? Is it entertaining? And is it moving me in some way? If it's a comedy, is it making me laugh? If it's a drama, is it making me cry? Is it whatever? So, and you just can't do that with a sizzle reel, or a reel that's 30 seconds to 2 minutes long. Again, unless you're doing commercials or promos or that sort of thing. So I believe that demo reels are silly. I think that you should have one regardless, because there's always going to be that person that's like, send me your reel. And I mean, by all intents and purposes, I don't know too many people who ask for reels that actually watch them. So yeah. So I think it's a good idea to have them, but I don't believe that they're really, that you should rely on them. You're better off having a website or a Vimeo page or something where you can have a list of works that you've done or clips of works that you've done, so that with viewable links so that people can go see things. So that's how I've set up my website, and that's been successful for me.
So the big takeaway here is you don't really have to fuss over having a demo reel, right? Having the whole scene so someone can look at a whole scene in context if you are a narrative film editor. If you are a music video editor or a commercial spot editor, have the commercial spot ready and just available for them to watch the whole thing. Because commercials are like 15 seconds long, 30 seconds long, a minute long. Music video, 3-4 minutes long. So it's not really that big a deal to actually cut together a demo reel. Just have the full work ready for them to look at on a website, on their Vimeo page, on a YouTube page, whatever you choose. You're able to just take that link, put it in email when they ask for a demo reel. So don't stress over this too much. Save the sizzle reels for color grading if you're a colorist, or maybe you're doing some animation or motion graphics. That's sizzle reel type stuff, so the demo reel for the editor is just the links to your work. A big thank you to all the editors that I had a chance to talk to. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. I really, really appreciate it. You taking the time out of your day to talk about your craft. I really appreciate it. And you guys will hear more about what they do in more videos that I'm gonna have on my channel. So you'll be able to hear a little bit more from these folks and a few others that were not in this video. So stay tuned for more videos on editing, what editors do, what their day is like, what their routine is like, what is it like to be an editor. Those videos will be coming soon. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please comment below. Feel free to email me at beyondfilmschool@gmail.com. And of course, remember to like this video. If you got to this part, like this video for me. That helps me grow. And that's it for now, folks. I shall see you guys next time. You wanna be on camera? Oh, I wanted to say hi. Say hi, Owen. Look at face. Look at face.